Do you find promoting fets to be too costly? Getting the info to patrons not efficient? Are you tired of paying too much for 2 email blasts a month? What about you fetters? You can't find where you put the flyer and you're frustrated? Well, we have the solution for you. Introducing Fet App for promoters and fetters. This mobile app allows you to place your promotions in the hands of fetters permanently. Promoters, your promotions will never be lost. Fetters, you will never lose the flyer. You can search fets by artist, DJ, or even city, and do lots more with Fet App. Free for fetters and only $19.99 US per month for promoters. And you get the first 6 months free. Download Fet App today at fetapp.iris.ca. That's fetapp.iris.ca. The TNT Police Band says brass and more brass. On the 25th of September 2021 at 4 p.m. The TNT Police Band, headed by Director Wayne Nimblett, presents a tribute to the local and regional icons with soca, calypso, local pop, and Latin. When last you hear brass and more brass, streaming on all WAP platforms. Contributions via fundmetnt.com and pledges on WhatsApp 7664920. All COVID-19 protocols will be observed and all proceeds goes back to the art form. Brass, brass, and more brass.
True Nation Station is blazing all your local hits.
In the morning I'm pelting, in the heat
24/7, 365, 90.1 FM.
Tell me, question time. Waiting, hey, waiting.
We are number 1 when it comes to our culture.
Welcome to my island home, beautiful place I call my own. Welcome to my island home, beautiful place.
WAC Radio.
We are putting on the water. Sarsaparilla.
90.1 FM, the True Nation Station.
Now you can see the radio. Step into the future with visual radio. Only on WAC 90.1 FM.
The Tobago Local Talent Blast Original Song Contest 2021 preliminaries begin on Sunday, September 19th. Tune into GLS 103.5 online radio on Sunday at 5 p.m. and tune in to WAC 90.1 visual radio on Tuesday night at 10 p.m. for the start of the preliminaries. This first preliminary features the man Clifton Yates.
When the shadows still fall on your eyes.
Clarissa Gill, Delaney Bain,
I surrender my all today.
Quincy Wallace,
My name is my name, written in the book.
Lexine Williams,
He's never gonna let you down.
Be sure to tune in GLS 103.5 online radio Sunday the 19th at 5 p.m. and Tuesday the 21st on WAC 90.1 visual radio. It's a blast. I said Dragon Ball, Mr. Fiddler.
Hear ye! Registration for the Tobago Local Talent Blast Original Song Contest is closed. 20 persons are now eligible for participation in the competition, which begins on Sunday, September 19th, 2021. There will be 4 preliminaries, 2 semi-finals, and 1 massive finals. The grand finale will be streamed live from Wilson's Music Center on Sunday, November 7th, 2021, with a live band. The Tobago Local Talent Blast show is streamed every Sunday at 5 p.m. on GLS 103.5 online radio and every Tuesday night from 10 p.m. on WAC 90.1 visual radio. Tune in, like us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and other related platforms. It's a blast!
I said Roger Mr. Fiddler.
My name is DJ Talks from Ghana, and I love listening to GLS Radio 103.5. GLS Radio, Yedawase.
GLS 103.5, the talk of the tongue, the talk of Tobago. Lock it and leave it.
COVID-19 restrictions are still in effect. Wear your face mask, continue to social distance, and stay at home unless it's absolutely necessary. A message from GLS 1035.
GLS 1035, pumping great music, interviews, supporting local culture, shoutouts, and much more. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Keep it alive with GLS 103.5 Tobago.
The Tobago Local Talent Blast Original Song Contest 2021 preliminaries begin on Sunday, September 19th. Tune into GLS 103.5 online radio on Sunday at 5 p.m. and tune in to WAC 90.1 visual radio on Tuesday night at 10 p.m. for the start of the preliminaries. This first preliminary features the man Clifton Yates.
When the shadows still fall on your eyes.
Clarissa Gill, Delaney Bain,
I surrender my all today.
Quincy Wallace,
My name is my name, written in the book.
Lexine Williams,
He's never gonna let you down.
Be sure to tune in GLS 103.5 online radio Sunday the 19th at 5 p.m. and Tuesday the 21st on WAC 90.1 visual radio. It's a blast. I said Roger Mr. Fiddler.
Hear ye! Registration for the Tobago Local Talent Blast Original Song Contest is closed. 20 persons are now eligible for participation in the competition, which begins on Sunday, September 19th, 2021. There will be 4 preliminaries, 2 semi-finals, and 1 massive finals. The grand finale will be streamed live from Wilson's Music Center on Sunday, November 7th, 2021, with a live band. The Tobago Local Talent Blast show is streamed every Sunday at 5 p.m. on GLS 103.5 online radio and every Tuesday night from 10 p.m. on WAC 90.1 visual radio. Tune in, like us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and other related platforms. It's a blast!
I said Roger Mr. Fiddler. And of course, it's another Sunday evening and another Tuesday night. Greetings! It's Sunday evening on GLS and Tuesday night on WAC. This is the Tobago Local Talent Blast Show. And the show is held every Sunday from 5 p.m. on GLS 103.5 online radio and every Tuesday night from 10 p.m. on WAC 90.1 FM visual online radio. I am Dr. Mix on the inside with
Sister G.
And in the engine room we have Professor Scorpion. And on the console we have DJ Multibass. Yeah. Sister G.
So right now, you know how we do it here on the Tobago Local Talent Blast show. We like to start with an inspirational song. And our inspirational song for today is coming from Cassandra Mortley. He is coming.
Come unto me, that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. There's a new day coming, and time is fleeting. There's a voice that's calling, come on to me. Coming with the clouds of heaven. For my yoke is easy. My burden is light. I'm on the way to that day. Yeah, yeah. Our Savior, Master, the tempest is raging, and the devil is angry. The time is short. Coming with the clouds of heaven. The days of wrath. Coming with the clouds of heaven. Who will stand? The clouds of heaven. And live in the end. Coming with the clouds of heaven. Who shall ascend into the hill of the Lord? Or who shall stand in his holy place? He that hath clean hands and a pure heart, who has not lifted up his soul unto vanity, nor sworn deceitfully, he shall receive the blessings from the Lord, and the righteousness from the God of his salvation. He is coming, Yeshua, Savior, Deliverer, my King. Behold, he is coming with the clouds, and every eye will see him, even those who pierced him, and all the tribes of the earth will mourn because of him. So shall it be. Amen. I am the Alpha and the Omega, says the Lord God, who is and was and is to come, the Almighty.
And that's a pleasant song of Cassandra Motley from the mix with the song He Is Coming. Remember, you are live on WAC 90.1 Visual Radio on a Tuesday night. And of course, Sunday, you are live on GLS 103.5 online radio. And today, it is the start of the preliminaries of the Tobago Local Talent Blast Original Song Contest.
Oh, yes. I'd like to say before we continue, good afternoon to Florence Mahadio, our number one fan, Mr. Wilkes on the outside, Kezia Frederick, I hope you're hearing now, Jillian Sobers, good afternoon to you all. Thank you for being on the inside, listening to the Tobago Local Talent Blast Original Song Contest. Go ahead, Dr. Nix.
All right, so as we start the preliminaries number one, we are hoping that everyone is seeing the music loud and clear. Let us know if you're hearing us loud and clear, those of you who are locked on. Florence Mahadio, Kezia Frederick, and Jillian Sobers, and the rest of the crew. If you're hearing us, give us a thumbs up on the chat, because we want everybody to hear the contestants, not so, Sister G?
I would like you all to like and share our Facebook page, Tobago Local Talent Blast, as well as our Instagram page. So you'll be keeping yourself abreast of all the information, especially for the voting for the People's Choice Award.
Alright, so we are ready. I wonder if the DJ have a drum roll or a thing for me, boy. I wonder if he had that. But in the meantime, we had 20 contestants, Sister G. You looking for the drum roll, eh?
Yes, you're looking for the drum roll.
We have 20 contestants and we have 5 contestants per preliminary.
Yes.
Unfortunately, somebody has to go home.
Unfortunately.
For each of the preliminaries.
Yes. We're taking our top 4.
Yes.
To move on to the semi-finals.
That's right. So we are not going to go too far down. You had the drum roll? Well, here what me. We're ready to blast it off. We are ready to blast it off here now on the Tobago Local Talent Blast Show.
Yes, Alan, we are ready to
yes,
rumble!
Roll them, Mr. Chen, come on, hit me hard with it. That's what we're talking about. DJ Multibass on the inside. And we are ready.
Yes, we are. Go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, contestant number 1. All the way from the village of Charlottesville in Tobago, where there's much fish, yeah?
Oh, yes.
His ID number is A1.
That's right.
And he's singing the song which he wrote, which he arranged, To the End of the Rainbow. Put your ears and your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, for Mr. Clifton Yates. To the End of the Rainbow. Contestant number 1.
To the end of the rainbow, I'll follow you, and where the sea meets the river, that's where we might meet, and the shadows will fall on your eyes in the still of the night. I'll always love you, and when the stars no longer shines its light, at the end I will find you. But now it's morning, the sun shines right on you. Where the rhyme has no reasons, no stones are unturned. Oh baby, and the words have no meaning, as I'm sure you will know. And when the shadows still fall on your eyes in the still of the night, I'll always love you, baby. And when the stars no longer shines its light, at the end I will find you. But now it's morning, the sun shines right on you, and there's always a matter of love on the end of the line. But I'll follow to the end.
So we're saying good afternoon to our judges. We know it will be a very difficult decision when you hear all the songs being played. But the judge's decision is final. It is unfortunate, Dr. Mix, that somebody has to go home from this preliminaries. But we move along to our second contestant, none other than Clarissa Gill, hailing from the village of Signal Hill, ID number C3, singing the song Daddy. This is our contestant number 2, Clarissa Gill, with the song Daddy.
Jesus, I love you so. I just want you to know, Daddy, oh Daddy, 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 sweet Daddy, Daddy Jesus, you are my all. To you I surrender my soul. Oh, I rededicate my life to you. Oh, I promise to be faithful and true. And I vow to do my best to love you, to serve you. A renewed life is what I pursue. Daddy, oh Daddy, 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 sweet Daddy, Daddy Jesus, forgive me, for I have sinned against thee. Daddy, oh Daddy, 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 sweet Daddy, Daddy Jesus, protect me from my enemies, for I have sinned and fallen short in life, and I have chased out the world in its demise. Now I return to my first love. Lord, take me, Lord, mold me, and use me for your will. Daddy, oh Daddy, 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 sweet Daddy, Daddy Jesus, make a way through the roughest sea. Daddy, oh Daddy, 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 sweet Daddy, Daddy Jesus, save my soul and make me whole for you. You are the rock on which I stand, my solitude, a reservoir in a dry land. Your nail-scarred hands has kept me every day. Lord, I surrender, I'll follow. Be a witness wherever I go. Daddy, 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 Daddy.
And of course, that was contestant number 2, Clarissa Gill, from the village of Signal Hill, ID number C3, and singing the song Daddy.
Dr. Mix, was this song not produced at Wilson's Music Center?
Yes, this song was produced at Wilson's Music Center, and the first song, Clifton Yates, he produced that song at his own studio in Charlottesville. We move on to contestant number 3. Contestant number 3 also comes from the village of Signal Hill, ID number D4.
And this, Dr. Mix, is our reigning champion.
Well, this is the person that won the last original song contest that was held in Roxborough in 2016,
yes.
I think it was. And the name of the song that she's doing this time, it comes as though she's defending her title.
Yes, she is.
Surrendering My All is the name of the song. And she also comes from the village of Signal Hill. Contestant number 3, Delaney Baines, Surrendering My All.
I surrender my all to you, Lord Jesus. I surrender my all to you today. Take me at your will, Lord, use me for your ways. I surrender my all to you today. I surrender my all today. I surrender. I surrender. surrendering my all today.
Surrendering my all. And Jillian Sobers, thank you for saying great song to Delani. I really want to highlight Shamika De Moon saying this song is amazing. She's also one of our contestants in the Tobago Local Talent Blast Original Song Contest. Thank you for that, Delani. Ayona Strong sending love. And Avril Lane saying wow. Dr. Scorpion told us we're up to 543 persons.
And counting.
And counting.
And
but
counting.
we don't want you all to be hiding out. Send greetings,
and like and
send love, like and share, and let us know where you're listening from. Back to you, Dr. Mix.
Remember that you are streaming live from Katy Street in Buku, Tobago. This is GLS 103.5 online radio. And of course, it's a Sunday on the show, and it's also a Tuesday on the show. And the Tuesday of the show is on WAC 90.1 FM visual radio. And of course, those of you who are late birds, it's the best time to catch them at 10 p.m.
Yes.
on Tuesday night when we are going to relay this broadcast, this show, one more time. But Sister G, we're not sticking.
We're not sticking.
Right, so we're moving on to contestant number 4.
So contestant number 4 is a young man, a prolific songwriter from the village of Mount Grace. This person has written many songs giving honor and glory to God. And he said this one is particularly close to his heart. This is none other than Quincy Wallace, ID N14, with the song Written in the Book.
I'm not concerned about my troubles. I really don't care about the fame. Oh, I just wanna have Jesus each and every moment of the day. Everybody knows about His coming, but how many will be prepared? Lord, I'm hoping when your kingdom come and everything is done, I'll be there. Cause all I wanna know is my name, is my name, is my name written in the book. If there's something that I need to change, I will take a look, yeah. Is my name, is my name, is my name on the dotted line. Lord, I just can't live this life without you by my side. I just can't live this life without you by my side. Come on, people, wake up. Come on, people, wake up, yeah. Everybody's worried about the future, prophecy fulfilling everywhere. Ooh, but when I think about Jesus, everything is gonna be okay. Cause wherever you lead me, I will follow. Whenever you call me, I will hear. So when your kingdom come and everything is done, I'll be there. Cause all I wanna know is my name.
Quincy Wallace with the song
Written
in the book. And of course, he is from the village of Mount Grace. His ID is N14 and he is contestant number 4. We move on with the competition and we are down to the final contestant, Sister G.
Yes.
From Dutch Fort in Scarborough, Tobago, ID number R18, singing the song Promises Never Fail. Contestant number 5, Lexine.
Don't
Lexine Williams, our final contestant on the Tobago Local Talent Blast Original Song Contest this evening. So we had Clifton Yates from the village of Charlottesville with the song To the End of the Rainbow, Sister G.
Clarissa Gill, contestant number 2 with the song Daddy.
Delany Baines, number 3, singing the song Surrendering My All.
Contestant number 4, Quincy Wallace with Written in the Book.
And finally we had Lexine Williams from Dutch Fort in Scarborough singing the song Promises Never Fail.
If you were the judges, who would you choose? Would like you all to go on, like, share, let us know which was your favorite song. Dr. Mix is really a hard choice.
Yes.
I'm glad I'm not one of the judges.
Well, I am glad I'm not one of the contestants, neither the judges.
Yes.
A pleasant good evening to the judges. We have judges in Trinidad, we have judges in Tobago. Right? And we are going to reveal the 4 persons who are going to advance to the semi-finals during the week. And of course, next week we continue with the competition.
With our second prelims.
What do we have? Who do we have for the second prelims, Sister G?
Okay. Well, Dr. Mix, we're not going to say that just yet.
Okay. Very well then.
You're jumping the gun.
So at this point in time, we take a short station break and we come right back. It's over to Dr. Scorpion in the engine room. The Tobago Local Talent Blast Original Song Contest 2021 preliminaries begin on Sunday, September 19th. Tune into GLS 103.5 online radio on Sunday at 5 p.m. and tune in to WAC 90.1 visual radio on Tuesday night at 10 p.m. for the start of the preliminaries. This first preliminary features the man Clifton Yates.
When the shadows still fall on your eyes.
Clarissa Gill.
Daddy, oh daddy, 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 daddy.
Delany Bain.
I surrender my all today.
Quincy Wallace.
My name is my name is my name, written in the book.
Lexine Williams.
He's never gonna let you down.
Be sure to tune in GLS 103.5 online radio Sunday the 19th at 5 p.m. and Tuesday the 21st on WAC 90.1 visual radio. It's a blast. I said drag your ball, Mr. Fiddler.
Hear ye. Registration for the Tobago Local Talent Blast Original Song Contest is closed. 20 persons are now eligible for participation in the competition, which begins on Sunday, September 19th, 2021. There will be 4 preliminaries, 2 semi-finals, and 1 massive finals. The grand finale will be streamed live from Wilson's Music Center on Sunday, November 7th, 2021, with a live band. The Tobago Local Talent Blast show is streamed every Sunday at 5 p.m. on GLS 103.5 online radio and every Tuesday night from 10 p.m. on WAC 90.1 visual radio. Tune in, like us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and other related platforms. It's a blast!
I said drag your ball, Mr. Fiddler.
And we're back on the Tobago Local Talent Blast Original Song Contest. We have just experienced our 5 preliminaries, or 5 contestants for our first preliminaries. Remember, we have 4 preliminaries, 3 more to go. And let's move along with our next song, which is none other than...
All right. Now we're into normal sessions right now, and
Yes.
we're going to have some fun now with Miss Rosalind Reed. The name of the song is Prayer Warriors.
Yes.
So all those prayer warriors out there, get out there and start to pray and war, right? Because Rosalind Reed is coming with the song Prayer Warriors.
When the enemy rise up, think it is ours. Feel they have won the war. Hey, 'cause they came and they stripped us, but couldn't find no weapons. They think that we were no more. When you're part of God's army,
greater, and we will walk by faith and trust in our Maker. Though the enemy is great, our God is greater, and we will walk by faith and trust in our Maker. They don't know we carry the shield in our hearts, we carry the sword in our hearts, we carry the spear in our hearts. We are ready for the battlefield. We are ready for the battlefield. No weapons form against us shall prosper. Prayer warriors, we are prayer warriors. Prayer warriors, prayer warriors. There's hope. Power of God, triumph. Power of God, grace. Power of God, mercy. Power of God, miracles. Power of God, peace. Power of salvation. Power of God, victory. Power of God, victory. Power of God, glory. Power of God, Alpha Duraja. Alpha Duraja. Alpha Duraja. Alpha Duraja. Prayer warriors, we are. Prayer warriors, wow. Prayer warriors.
Neighbor, how you going there? Everything cool?
Everything cool.
Right, neighbor.
Neighbor gal, how you do? Long time me no see you. Me come for 2 stick a match. And if you get coconut, you could give me 1, 2. Let me bubble up patas 2 peas. You know here one jet, cause America kill one set a superstar. Earthquake in India, war in the east. No good thing and we live here. Boy, boy, me neighbor. Boy, boy, me neighbor. Boy, boy, me neighbor. Boy, boy, me neighbor. Neighbor, neighbor. Oh God, girl. That phone cock get real big since the last time I see you. Ain't get egg. Neighbor, lend me 2 of your baking pan. Girl, I mix up a little cake. And me boy birthday is 7 today. Me go send this gear when he bake. Me husband gonna bush for dick provision. Me go send some gear when he come. Later this evening you could come by me and bring over them children. Boy, boy, me neighbor. Boy, boy, me neighbor. Boy, boy, me neighbor. Boy, boy, me neighbor. Neighbor, neighbor. Boy, la 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 la. Boy, ay 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 ay. Oh. Neighbor, hold up your dog. A passing through, I can't take no bite on the skin. Tell brother Peter how they for me, and tell me sister morning. Tell Uncle Sammy be Susan come down from America. And if you see how she fat and she big, 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 then when she used to live here. Boy, boy, me neighbor. Boy, 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 me neighbor. Boy, 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 me neighbor. Boy, 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 me neighbor. Neighbor, neighbor. Oh God. I don't know what that girl was eating. Oh wait. Neighbor, look how you fold them, scratch out me can. Look your good, let go in me arm. Well, I got damage the tail. I warning you, I really serious this time. Look at your children, pick out me green mango. Let it do come back in me place. This old little and rude, just I pass you straight and I watch you inside your face. Boy, boy, me neighbor. Boy, 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 boy,
me neighbor. Boy, boy, me neighbor. Boy, me neighbor. Neighbor, neighbor. I never see more boy. Tie your coat. Can't stand only at all. Tie it. Neighbor, lend me your iron, let me press out my pants. Don't mind me, just cuss your tail. But your air's too hard. If you go watch yourself, you gonna put somebody in jail. Look to mango for them children. And if you get any ice, give me 2 little pieces, let me put in me juice. I just cook some chicken and rice. Boy, boy, me neighbor. Boy, me neighbor. Boy, me neighbor. Boy, me neighbor. Boy,
And that was Neighbor by none other than Dr. Mix himself. Loving life in Tobago.
Well, there is a song that is actually true, you know. Because basically in Tobago we have a culture. And when the time comes and you run out of this and you run out of that,
who you turn to but your neighbor?
The person right there. And some of us have been able to maintain and retain that kind of culture.
Yes, in some villages.
Where I live, it still happens.
That's wonderful to hear, Dr.
Around,
Mix.
you know, somebody gonna send a bag of rock for you. You go send across some
eggs.
Well, me and the egg thing and too much thing. But you know, fruits and
some sugar, some flour.
Well, yeah, that is the norm. Because I mean, we might have money and thing, you know. But something will happen and you run out of flour.
Yes.
You was baking a cake and oh God, I run out of flour, you run by the neighbor, you know, or you want a coconut or some kind of thing. And that's how it used to be. Nowadays, it's kind of different, baby girl.
Oh,
because
boy.
Almost everything people selling. You can't get lend hand again. You know, lend hand was one of the great things in Tobago. Everybody come and help you.
To build your home. Yes.
You ask someone to come and do
something.
Women
cook food, they make fresh juice.
That's right.
And they smile and serve.
Well, they come and ask you how much you're paying now, boy.
Lord.
That ain't working again. But Crusoe, Tobago Crusoe, he always comes with some nice songs, some good reminders and some good songs, timely. And he's telling us in this song, who holds the iron? You know, in Tobago, well, it's a normal talk. Who holds the iron, feel the heat. But the name of the song, Who Holds the Iron, the name of the singer, Otnel Bacchus, Tobago Crusoe. Good evening, Crusoe. Good evening, Ian.
Everybody think they are politicians. Everybody know how country should run. They think they know all about parliament. They think they know how to run government. They say those in charge are not capable, and they don't care no good for the people. Nothing ever looking right in their eyes. Anything they see they would criticize. You will hear them arguing day and night. Anything they say they believe they're right. But give them the work and I'm telling you, most how they succeed in the election and go on to form the administration. And now they're facing reality. They're meeting all kind of difficulty, and all the cracks now begin to show. And now they know how much they didn't know. So now they can fulfill their promises. If they start to lie and making excuses, and that is just the reason no one should ever really trust a politician. You put them in charge instead of the sea. Running the country isn't so easy. They can handle the problems they meet. It's not that no hold the iron does feel the heat.
The sound of the man Tobago Crusoe Otnell Bacchus, now safely back in England, London. I spoke to him yesterday, Sister G.
Is well?
Yeah, he's very fine, but you know, when he went back, he almost didn't find a house. Fridge spoil, stove spoil, AC spoil.
You know, the man, the house not around to keep an eye on things what's happened.
The house vex.
Yeah, the house vex wasn't around.
It's almost 2 years you out of this place,
Wow.
you know. And then what do you expect the house to do? Stay there and think the house vex like hell. So,
but Dr. makes you one person to stick around, because we have coming up in our second hour our interview with none other than Mr. Roger Sardina.
A legend.
A pan-legend
in Tobago.
From Tobago.
I would say a music
with love.
legend. A music legend.
Oh,
Right?
yes.
But we're going to find out all about him in a little time. Jude Hurdle, Sister G.
The late great.
He was one of those persons who was terribly underrated.
Mm-hmm. You told
but
me
you
so.
know, Jude Hurdle has a song, the late, Jude Hurdle the late, may his soul rest in peace. Jude Hurdle the late have a question that he asked in a song. And the question, I think, right now,
it's very pertinent.
It's very pertinent. From the late Jude Hurdle, the name of the song, Tobago, What You Want. Voice from the past.
Is it constitutional reform or internal self-government? Whichever it is, you have to link with the parliament. You don't want an approach of confusion, you don't want an approach of strife. Because the day you take up the struggle, it is for the rest of your life. There isn't any use in sitting down and relax and Tobago full of frustration. PNM or TOP, one Tobagonian, because you want to make your own laws and collect your own tax. So it's time to move as one people, cause it's time to present the facts. Tobagonians, what you want? Tobagonians, what you want? Tobagonians, what you want? You have to make up your minds in front. Tobagonians, what you want? Tobagonians, what you want? Tobagonians, what you want? You have to make up your minds in front. Oh yo 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 yo, oh yo yo. Oh yo 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 yo, oh yo. What is the use in fussing and fighting and turning big enemy? If you really serious about Tobago's liberty, now is the time to stand up as one and declare your solidarity. Since you have the same vision to make Tobagonians happy, Some people talk about secession, some people say they want full autonomy. There is a sense of purpose constitutionally, because if you want your own government and you should have your own parliament, the issue is you need the opportunity to command your popularity. Tobagonians, what you want? Tobagonians, what you want? Tobagonians, what you want? You have to make up your minds in front. Tobagonians, what you want? Tobagonians, what you want? Tobagonians, what you want? You have to make up your minds in front. Oh yo 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 yo, oh yo yo. Oh yo 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 yo, oh yo yo. And when you take a refined look into the culture, there are things that you will espy. A wee boy is a statement with which you can identify. And that goes to show the loving embrace you had for one another. Where there is a will, there is a way. Why go into the future? And everybody must teach somebody like Robinson and J.D. Elder, whose legacy is a struggle to keep Tobagonians together. Because if Tobago is your concern, and for Tobago your bowels will yearn, and if Tobago will be your home, then Tobago is your honeycomb. Tobagonians, what you want? Tobagonians, what you want? Tobagonians, what you want? You have to make up your minds in front. Tobagonians, what you want? Tobagonians, what you want? Tobagonians, what you want? You have to make up your minds in front. Oh yo 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 yo, oh yo yo. Oh yo 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 yo, oh yo yo. Because at the end of the consultation, there is a decision to make. The whole population will be waiting to hear what you take. Your resolution brings a solution to the society. To knit your human resource will remain a priority. It is like a frolic, man, whenever you get it well, you're reeling in ecstasy. Look, you're hugging and dancing and chipping and singing along happily. Whether you are an African, Indian, Chinese or Syrian, or whether you are an European, your nationality Tobagonian. Tobagonians, what you want? Tobagonians, what you want? Tobagonians, what you want? You have to make up your minds in front. Tobagonians, what you want? Tobagonians, what you want? Tobagonians, what you want? You have to make up your minds in front. Oh yo 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 yo, oh yo yo. Oh yo 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 yo, oh yo yo.
That was the late Jude Hurdle with the song Tobago, What You Want.
And we have coming in a little while Mr.
Roger Sardina.
Roger Sardina. But just before he comes, I want to play a song from Roger Sardina.
Go ahead.
And the name of that one is Fun in the Sun.
For Patos.
So let us, for Patos, he might tell us who is Patos when he comes. But this one is from Roger Sardina. Fun in the Sun.
in studio this afternoon none other than Mr. Roger Sardina. He is a panman extraordinaire, teacher, adjudicator, father, and as you have heard with that last song that we were playing, Fun in the Sun composer. None other than Mr. Roger Sardina.
Good evening, Roger.
Good evening to you all, and by extension, the good people of Tobago and Trinidad.
Right, so we want everyone to let us know if you're hearing Mr. Sardina loud and clear, because in the protocols he'll be wearing his mask. Mr. Sardina, did you smile enough to the camera for the ladies to see you? And
I did. I think I did.
You think he did? All right, no problem. So, Mr. Sardina, welcome and thank you so much for coming to the Tobago Local Talent Blast.
My pleasure.
So, are you are one of 10 siblings? You
Yes,
grew up
I am.
in town. What schools you attended?
Scarborough RC and Bishop's High School.
All right. So, 1970 was a watershed year for you. Tell us about it. The summer of 1970. A young 19-year-old Roger Sardina.
Well, that's when I had to make, I wouldn't say had to, but that's when I was ushered out to New York City. We were supposedly dealing with the quote-unquote insurrection. And, my mom at that time thought it was best, me being a young teenager, to get me out.
Because you seemed to be intrigued by what was going on, the different talks, etc.
It was it did raise your curiosity about what was going on, but I think I was not quite at the age to fully understand what was occurring. I think it was just that it was just like a run-on from the pre-independence days, and very Eurocentric, and we followed Queen and country until independence, and even that mentality lingered with us for a while. So
Understood. So you arrived in New York City in 1970 at the young tender age of 19. You were sent to stay with family members.
Yes,
you had at least 2 years of schooling.
Yeah.
But let us go back a little bit. Your love affair with pan started because you had 5 other siblings older than you who would have been playing pan.
Yeah, actually they all did, but in my time, when I was able to be aware of what they were doing, there were 5 of us. And I started off with the Our Boys from Scarborough. Spent 3 years there, and it was very, very, very enlightening experience. But yet I had a thirst for more.
Okay, understood. So you would have been in New York, and you would have joined, I have here Tropicans, led by Rudolph King.
Yeah, Tropicans Steel Orchestra. And I joined them in 1972. And I stayed with them until 1975. Then I went uptown, which was Harlem, and I joined the Harlem All-Stars. But I must mention that while I was with the Tropicans, we won the first steel band panorama in New York.
Okay, great.
So, under the leadership of Mr. Rudolph King.
You were telling me something that would stand out about Mr. King. You were saying that he was the person who brought steel band to the U.S., is that correct?
Yes, in 1949, when he migrated from Trinidad, he brought steel pans to Brooklyn, New York, to be exact.
So he was a pioneer?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I certainly think so.
So you mentioned the fact that you would have realized that being part of a big band, you weren't able to monetize the pan. You felt that, persons could make a living by playing pan, but it couldn't be done being part of a bigger group, so you would have put together a smaller group, and you would have gone to different places playing pan. Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, we had put together a group. My dear friend who departed in April of this year, Alston Jack, and with him I formed a group called Bamboo. And Bamboo started, it was a 4-piece group, and we started thinking outside the box. We wanted to create stuff, do our own thing, And that led to some very adventurous times. You know, it led us to record with people like Herbie Mann, Ralph McDonald, Beaver Harris, and a host of other things. We did soap opera for NBC, Another World. We did 3 episodes. I had a couple of songs published on that. We did the Today Show in New York. And when we worked with Ralph, we were able to reopen the Apollo Theatre in 1977.
Right.
And we worked in Avery Fisher Hall in Lincoln Center. Also with Ralph McDonald, and that time his cast would consist of Grover Washington, Eric Gay, Richard T., Steve Gadd, you know, Bob James. These are the people that played with Ralph.
And for those of you who are now joining, we are interviewing right now Mr. Roger Sardina, Pan Man extraordinaire from right here in Tobago. You told me that you all would have traveled to other places, even playing pan. You mentioned Mexico for one.
Yes. I went to do a concert in a place called Guanajuato with the All Boys Steel Orchestra. They flew us in from New York to join the group to do the performance.
Wow.
And then I went to Europe several times to a jazz festival called the Pori Jazz Festival in Finland. And there actually about 4 times. One time I was sailing on one of these super, what do you call it? Had ocean
mega
liners,
cruise ships, yes.
Yeah, I spent like 8 weeks playing pans on board. So I was dipping and dabbling in a whole lot of different things, and then I decided to do my own thing. And I ended up with Once Upon a Pan, which is the story of my life.
I would have played one song already, Fun in the Sun. I was telling Mr. Dr. Mix that, for those, I don't know if you couldn't see the picture, but you have a real Isaac Haynes look finish coming on there. It's my personal opinion, but you look like a red Isaac Haynes. So I'm a little closer for everyone to see on the cameras. So I just wanted to mention the fact that when you would have done the jazz festival in northern Finland, you would have played with persons like Isaac Haynes, James Brown, Wilson Pickett.
Yes, everybody went to that. Chuck Berry, McCoy Tyner. Everybody went to that concert. It lasted for over 2 weeks every year.
Wow.
Yeah, and I mean, it was really, and by that time, it wasn't just jazz. World music had entered into the fray. So you were hearing, I remember listening to Dixieland Jazz by a group from Russia, and they're playing Dixieland Jazz, and it was so well done. You know what I'm saying? You got Buddy Miles. I had a little drumming session with Buddy Miles. For those who don't know who he is, that was Jimi Hendrix's drummer for a while. And he did the band The Gypsies album with Buddy Miles, who was his drummer.
Wow.
And the thing about it, I must say that during all of this, to the forefront of my expression was the fact that I was a Tobago man.
Correct is right.
And by extension, a person from Tobago and Trinidad. If you see a little bias creeping in there, well, I think I'm allowed that.
Yes, you are. But you said that, you still felt that desire to return home. And I'm coming back to your album. You said most times stories start once upon a time, and you put your title as Once Upon a Pan, right? And the cover here, you said it's Moses with the pan.
It's just my expression of saying like, well, black man, pan, the 10 Commandments. You're seeing the masses coming along the beach, and to make it politically correct, you're seeing a few oil rigs out on the shoreline. So then it is people coming to get the message, and the message of pan.
So we just played Fun in the Sun for Patos. Who's Patos? And tell us about that song.
That's his name is actually Patrick Sardina. And that's my second eldest sibling, who unfortunately passed away in 1994. So the family name was Patos.
Right.
And he was attending my niece's wedding in New York. And the night before he went to bed, I played Fun in the Sun. And he said he liked it. So I said, okay. And I mean, I don't mean to put a damper on things, but on his way home the next day, he passed away.
Wow.
So this song is dedicated
Attribute to him.
And you know, I also said we were doing music 120, 140, 30 beats a minute. And I thought that, hey, Granny wanted to dance too.
That's right.
So Fun in the Sun came along. So you could sit down and chip and enjoy and don't feel like, you know, you had to be up there at a pace.
You know, I was trying to keep quiet here
Be quiet,
and listen to the interview, but I had the privilege to listen to this album today. As a matter of fact, when I was finished doing certain things, I allowed myself the time to just listen to it. So I crank up my box, and when I listened to it, it really kind of suited me, sir, because I was going at a pace, and it really suited me and put me in a mood to just continue the rest of the day. Because my day started with gardening, heavy gardening, and then after that was a lot of work on the computer, and then you're just going because you want to get the program together. I said, after I finish everything, I said, let me listen to this CD. And I found that, no, I listened to a song called 55 Gallons of Steel. And I listened to another song that had a rap. Is that the song with the rap?
I have two songs, 55 Gallons of
Who did the rap?
That was my nephew.
Oh, I was thinking it might have been you.
I'll be jumping ahead in this story, Dr. Mick. So let's play 55 Gallons of Steel.
55 Gallons of Steel,
for our audience.
people, coming your way right now.
Brought forth a new revolution for those who soar to express themselves through musical thought. Renegades, despots, our faced just 4 out of many in a worldwide crew of teachers, producers, performers, composers. The drum was a pebble in a world of boulders, unable to spread the 2 years of exposure. For artists who represent music and lifestyles, brought to you from the Sunshine Isles through steel. Instrument known to man can expand and cover mad riffs like a mine. Chords in the array of sorts captures notes that flow. It's something ever so dope. Jazzy, calypso, hip hop.
Just like to take the time out to say goodnight to the WAC family.
Pearls on a chain, nothing but
those of you who are locked on a Tuesday night. You're listening to the sound of the man Roger Sardina out of Tobago. And this one is called 55 Gallons of Steel. Sister G, this man ain't easy. You know, sometimes, you know, we're gonna take that from the top again. I like this song, right? So we're gonna take it from the top. Wheel selector.
55 gallons of steel brought forth a new revolution for those who soar to express themselves through musical thought. Renegades, despots, our faced just 4 out of many in a worldwide crew of teachers, producers, performers, composers. The drum was a pebble in a world of boulders, unable to spread the 2 years of exposure. For artists who represent music and lifestyles, brought to you from the Sunshine Isles through steel. Instrument known to man can expand and cover mad riffs like a mine. Chords in the array of sorts captures notes that flow. It's something ever so dope. Jazzy, calypso, hip hop or reggae, whatever the flavor you savor.
Good evening, Celia Anthony.
nothing but beauty. God bless the Isles of TNT, Trinidad.
Shelleen Baines.
Represent rap, so calypso with the fat twist of jazz. Yo,
Jillian Dash.
Hoping you was taking all of the knowledge from the lyrics I was illustrating. Competition, panorama finals in Savannah, local versus rivals.
It's all good, case you misunderstood.
I respect Pine, and I think you should.
So that was 55 Gallons of Steel. So Mr. Sardina, tell us about that song.
Okay, actually, this was a tribute to the early pioneers with the pan.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think that they were ever really fully recognized for their contribution. So this song was dedicated to, I mean, when you hear the names called, Ellie Manette, Spree, Rudolph Charles, I mean, these are people that gave their life for the pan.
That's right.
And we needed, you see, it's something about us, we cannot make the connect between yesteryear and now. You understand? And I always tell people you can't judge my age from my music. So what I'm saying, we offer, the last Panorama winner was like 70 years old, Mr. Calvin Zander. So you can't say old school with the music.
Mm-hmm.
Music don't have its age. It's
Ageless, yes.
So that's why we like to encourage, well, even with the 55 Gallons of Steel, I kind of gave people an opportunity to hear the marriage of steel and rap.
Correct.
And this was, I mean, we're talking about 24 years ago. That's why I tell people I'm far from finished.
You're sure right.
Far from finished is right. Take a little bit more. That song, Sister G.
55 Gallons of Steel.
So, Mr. Roger Sardina, let me ask you a question. How many instruments do you play?
Pan.
Pan.
The pan?
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't play guitar, you don't
I mess around on the drums a bit.
Okay, because he said, I remember he said that you played for Buddy Miles, so I thought that probably you were into everything, saxophone, trumpet.
I just stick this in here. I'm also I don't like the word arranger. I say I'm musical director along with Mr. Lincoln Warner of a group we have called Reloaded, which that's a bunch of retired people who never played pan before in their life until 4 years ago. And we formed this group and we were quite successful.
Can I ask you, do you teach people to play the pan?
Yes,
Yeah, because today somebody called me and they wanted to buy a pan for their daughter, and they asked me if I know of persons who teach the pan. So you wouldn't mind if I should because this is what we do here, right?
Connect.
You come here and you have that kind of service to offer. We would assist you in getting people to buy in to your product, whatever you sell. Right, because this is all in the interest of the development of the Tobago local artists. And I am saying to some of the people that come around to me that if you, some of the composers and stuff like that, if you learn to play a musical instrument, it widens your scope. So you get to see more, hear more, get more out of melodic shapes, and able to do more in terms of your creation, because now you are understanding how to put music and lyrics together to create a song, right? So I will be very happy when the time comes. We are going to keep in close contact with you, because those persons who want to learn to play the pan, All you have to do is to let us know, and the Gmail address, Sister G, is
TobagoLocalTalentBlast@gmail.com.
yeah, we're handling all those things. Notwithstanding, just to remind those of you who are artists in Tobago that you can have your music videos done by JS Consulting. That's right, eh? JS Consulting. Yes. And of course, they are very, 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 very professional.
Yes, they are.
Right? Mr. Sardina, as we continue, now we want to stretch out this evening. Right? There's another song, Sister G, that I saw on the album.
Put that one on a pause.
Right, okay.
Next. So I want to speak to Mr. Sardina about his return to Tobago in the 90s.
But I was coming there. I think I had the right song when you finished talking. Right. Go ahead.
So you returned in the 90s.
2000.
In 2000, right. Because you said that, you know, UK, New York was no longer appealing and you returned back home. Right? Tell us about that.
Well, the things that I truly love, I think they were within reach if I came back home. Mm-hmm. Of course, when I first came back, you know, who didn't know me looked at me almost thinking I came to take something from somebody. Mm-hmm. And believe me, all I am about is sharing. Mm-hmm. You know, just a little sidetrack. I tell people I don't see shells at funerals. Mm-hmm. So we are taking nothing. Mm-hmm. So you have to impart the knowledge you might acquire.
Correct.
Along the way. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I have done, like I was speaking to someone, so I have done 9 PAN camps, an initiative through the Division of Education in Tobago. Mm-hmm. You know, as a matter of fact, 6 of them were at Boku. And, you know, I had a couple at Bon Accord and one at Dixieland. So, mm-hmm. And I have been teaching in Scarborough RC since 2004.
Right.
You know, and we achieved a good bit of success with the PAN program there. So, you know, the thing about it is people need to know the business of PANs, mm-hmm. or the business of music. And it seems that a lot of people in Tobago need to find out about copyright law, doing cover songs as mm-hmm. opposed to doing original material. Mm-hmm. You know, so they should have seminars in place whereby we could enlighten the young people. I mean, and there's always Google, you know, but you have to have the will, the business. That business is so important because it could cost you lots of money and sometimes even your life. Mm. You know, so I'm saying we need to educate our people about the business of music. And the thing about it is we have to understand that originality is what sells. Understand? I mean, the other day I was looking at a video and I saw Luciano with, I think it's Royal Symphony or somebody backing him. And it was, you know, the marriage of the strings and all these things into the reggae music was so beautiful. Mm-hmm. And I think I mean, I don't want to get off this Tobago thing, but I think overall we have almost pigeonholed the PANs into panorama. Mm-hmm. And that is literally
limiting.
Destroying, not just limiting, because what happens, pretty soon people might be thinking of PAN as a genre of music because all it does is the same. You know, when last did we get a nice PAN CD? Mm-hmm. You know, PANs are not put in, and I mean, I was saying on an interview the other day, what, beside the euphoria and the joy you get from winning, what do you really acquire from winning?
Correct.
And we must have initiatives in there. You know, people must come on board. You know, try to assist the PANs, the groups, spread the wealth. Mm-hmm. Let everybody get a little flavor from mm-hmm. the thing. You can't just be paying the top bands to perform and
correct.
That's right.
You know,
so the little ones are left behind.
Better get a piece of the action for everybody.
Yes, yeah. So everybody should get a little play, and most of all, we have to develop the respect for the instrument. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's a necessity, but I think that the whole climate now with PANs is very mercenary. I am not telling somebody don't go make $1, but don't make that, that should not be the driving force.
There's a point that you just spoke about the originality. Yes, we have pan players in Tobago, but not many people sit down and think about creating something.
Yes, music.
Right? And then again,
original music.
Yeah, create something. And that, I think that is very important. Because then you could talk about copyright and stuff, because people are only concerned about, I'm good, and somebody go put me in a gig, I go make some money, and you're done with that. But that is not all about it. You have to continue to develop a certain aspect of your personal musical self, right? Because that is important. What you do, what you could create, leave a legacy.
Correct.
This is certainly, for me, a legacy, right? Because I heard 1 and 2 of the songs played already on a certain radio station, but I never had a chance to see the CD. First time I'm seeing the CD, and I'm so happy that I got a chance to listen to the CD. Sister G asked him a question about returning home, but I listened to a song he called Foreigner.
Well, hold on. So again, you're putting in a plug for Mr. Roger Sardina. His song Once Upon a Pan. For those of you who would like a copy, Mr. Sardina, share your number, share your Facebook account, share your email address.
Because we have people in Trinidad that might need to get a
Not
CD
only
like
Trinidad.
that.
Our fan base is all over the world.
That's right.
Well, my email is rogersardina@gmail.com.
So that's ROGERSARDINA@gmail.com. His phone number 868
773-9339.
And you have a Facebook.
Let's go over that again. The phone number
773-9339.
Right, you heard that, people.
And today we are featuring none other than Mr. Roger Sardina, and we are playing songs from his album Once Upon a Pan. He said this is a CD to listen to with a wonderful glass of wine. So let's move on to the next song.
Foreigner is the name of this one, and here it comes.
me like I'm from another world. Yeah, yeah. Don't wanna be a foreigner. Don't wanna be a foreigner. Don't wanna be a foreigner anymore, anymore. Hey. I don't wanna be no, 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 no. I don't wanna be no anymore, anymore. Don't call me alien, like you I'm just a man. Ooh yeah, ooh yeah, ooh yeah. Foreigner, find your land. Ooh yeah, ooh yeah. Foreigner, I say, find your land.
Mr. Sardina, that was your song, Foreigner. Bass guitar was done by none other than Chris Shack from right here in Tobago. Tell us about that song.
Well, this song, Foreigner, is actually a sort of personal experience. Because the thing about it is, upon migrating, it was a humbling experience when you realize things are not always as they seem to be. And then, I mean, after all the experiences, wonderful, I mean, all the travels and everything, the time came when you wanted to go back to where you came from. And up to today, I still have a problem with this word alien. I call it an illegal alien. Alien seems to be not of this world. We're all of this world.
Correct is right.
So I just felt, you know, I mean, when I say I tried school, it did. I mean, I got a degree in engineering, which I never utilized because it wasn't where my love was.
Your passion was the pan.
Yeah, it was. I wanted to do the pan, and I wanted to make an expression, and I find that everything that was coming out with the pans was almost a whole lot of the same. And so I decided that I would do things that are, you know, that really pertinent to my life experience, as opposed to what people may expect of me. Because that song, Foreigner, I mean, even 55 Gallons of Steel, that is my anthem about pan. Because my life is about pan.
Okay.
Foreigner is about the experience so much of us have when we go away. Be it to Canada or to be the US or wherever, a lot of us have that experience. And the thing about it is the expectations that we have don't always materialize. So
that is so true.
You've got to adjust. And that's why I left the big bands, went to the small bands, and tried to make a name and spread the story of the pans. And it seems to me like presently no one has any sort of record of what went on. Even before I went to the States, there was Patsy Haynes and there was Rudy King and these pioneers before me. So the thing about it is you have got to think outside the box. And what I have to say to the young Tobagonian musicians, because we have fantastic. I was listening outside to the show that you had today.
Right,
and I said that's original material.
Original music.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
But you see, we need to create a market. We need to create a market.
And that's what we're trying to do right here in Tobago Local Talent Blast.
Yes.
But people don't always see the vision. You know, and I'd like to send a hail out to all our fans out there. We were up to over 1,000 persons viewing. We'd like you all to like, share, comment. Let us know that you're here. Let us know where you all are hailing from. We are interviewing today Mr. Roger Sardina. And Mr. Sardina, you're also an adjudicator. Tell us about that.
Oh, okay. Quickly. Adjudication. Well,
Local, regional, and international adjudicator.
By the matter of fact, he was one of the adjudicators in the last local original song contest that was held in Roxborough.
You see? Go ahead, Mr. Sardina.
Yeah, the British Association of Steel Bandsmen requested some adjudicators in 2014, and Tobago sent 3 of us to the Notting Hill Carnival to adjudicate the panorama there. And then, well, a couple of years I ended up in St. Lucia doing their panorama. A couple of years I ended up in Antigua doing their panorama, and I would tell our people, even though we refuse to believe that it's possible, you can't sleep. Or as the young people say, stay woke. You know, you can't sleep because Antigua got some hellified bands.
Wow.
Yeah.
And there was an international pan festival right here in Trinidad, and you also adjudicated there as well.
Yes, I was. They had adjudicators from. One lady was from St. Vincent. One guy was from Seattle, Washington. One guy was from Chicago, and they had 5 of us local judges that adjudicated the international panorama.
So for those who did not know, you know now, Mr. Sardina is a local, regional, and international adjudicator. You also prepared schools, for music festival, Business for the Music Festival.
At Scarborough RC, a couple of years ago, they had a music festival with Tobago artists, and we topped the primary school division.
Right.
And I think it was last year before, they had the arts festival, which again, fortunately, we topped the primary school division. So there has been a degree of success where that is concerned. And I mean, that is an initiative through the Division of Education that these things were made possible.
All right. So we're going to hear another song. Dr. Mix, which one we're going to play now? Life 451?
Okay, there's a song called Life 451. I don't know if it's 451 times you're going to live.
No.
So tell us something about Life 451.
Life 451. 4 is in the month. 51 is the year that I presented myself.
Oh, I see. You came.
Yeah, so this is also a story about me.
Okay.
But the thing about it, I fused hip-hop, scat, and pans.
Hip-hop, scat, and pan. Okay, great.
Life 451 by Roger Sardina.
So I'm avoiding the sun. Thinking of my life as a Caribbean man. I hit the shores back in the 70s and matured my style, made a few G's. By the hand of the Lord, may I continue to achieve. My mother instilled the wisdom. I found my interpretation through. This is how my spirit be, and the outcome is me. 360-degree entertainer. Never once did I ever think to stop it. Continued, yes, the flow, and yes, I was dropping. Sometimes I dream a dream unseen. Pure light for the human being. Paradise calling for those few clean. It really doesn't matter the red, the black, the green. Put forth with the power of thought. Abuse, gain knowledge, and now we sort. Never too late, can't wait. So begins my time to set things straight. Word. I had to come and get a piece of this. I wish I could float like a fish through water and combat the industry to upset the order. My mind say roots and culture will keep back the vulture and bring down the inner walls of Babylon's structure. This is no type of social hip-hop. It's non-stop addressing the cultural onslaught. We came from Trinidad and Tobago and represent ourselves wherever we go with pan and reggae, soca, calypso. Yes man, it's sweet and rough is the tempo. Ex-tempo was the lingo. Political sins never stood a chance to grow. Now we stepping out of our frame to tackle the airwaves abroad with some stain. And never will we preach unjustly pain or cause in any manner black man to strain. But to get up and check where you come from, listen to the drums and the way it goes on and on and on.
Betty Cooker, I see you. Miriam Scott, I see you.
Show them that they mind and they soul and they body be free. Light up the steel, it's the remedy. Show them that they mind and they soul and they body be free. In any format, a rapper will attack. Prosecutors will be violated by the law that Jah created. America, land of opportunity. I choose the method of rebellion through
Colin Collins, it's not time to vote yet.
Let my mind be free. In the world where life alone is the heart of luxury. Cannabis will come from thee and lockdown gave it industry. Destiny, logic, money make it. Money make it, and I man take it. Jar alone is authorized to break it. Watch the ill style of the crew. Versatile, be the brute battling. Foundation, man, generation. Walk to explode and race with sensation. Powered by a nation. Roots and culture, pan and hip-hop. Serving up bebop, non-stop again. Be the cultural onslaught. Ain't nobody got a flavor so hot you forgot we were.
So we're here with Mr. Roger Sardina, and we're playing songs from his album Once Upon a Pan, and that was Life 451. He said it's all part about his story and his history. Yes. The rapper was his nephew once again.
Stephen Sardina Jr.
All right. Merging hip-hop, scant, and the pan. So, Mr. Sardina, thank you so much for coming this afternoon.
Well,
give us your closing statements.
My closing statement is basically to all entertainers in TNT, specifically Tobago, follow your dream. You know, the thing about it is, not everybody's asleep with you, so you have to follow your dream.
Mm-hmm.
And most of all, I wish that everybody would stay safe with this pandemic that we're dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
And other than that, I would always say to you, when you enter the field of original music, take the right steps to protect your music. Starting off with your cheap copyright.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they call it the poor man's copyright.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's always the Library of the Congress in Washington, D.C.
Mm-hmm.
to make it official.
Very good. Because we would have done 2 sessions on copyright here at the Tobago Local Talent Blast. Again, trying to encourage original artists, as you said, to protect their music. So thank you so much for that. We were very happy and fortunate to have you this afternoon, Mr. Sardina. Again, get your copy of Once Upon a Pan. Give us those numbers again.
Okay, my number is 773-9339. And Roger Sardina at gmail.com.
I'll spell that out for you. ROGERSARDINHA at gmail.com. Get your copy about Once Upon a Pan. Thank you, Mr. Sardina, for being here with us. Who do we have next?
Pleasure.
Dr. Mix.
Right, I want to thank you very much, Mr. Roger Sardina, for gracing us with your presence. And of course, we really enjoyed the CD. Thanks for. I thought the CD was one CD, but then Sister G said she had a copy, so I presume that this is my copy.
Yes, yes.
Well, I will take. Well, I have it loaded already.
Okay.
Right.
So you're playing on your music.
Yeah.
On our program.
You know, when we have our music rooms, we like to stick up photos of very important people. Right. So I think I might have.
No, I could. I have from back in the day. I have my 8x10 glossies of this same picture here,
okay,
in black and white. So I could furnish you?
Well, we will need to have it because we want to stick that up at Wilson's Music Center,
Yes.
Sister G, our headquarters for Tobago Local Talent Blast. It has been a pleasure having you here on the program this evening, and I know that there are persons all over Trinidad and Tobago and probably the world. You are going to be bombarded with calls because they need to get a copy of your music. I am telling you, this is good music for relieving stress
And they would have heard much
of
more
any kind.
of the dynamics of Mr. Sardina, the pan man extraordinaire, the teacher, the adjudicator, the father, and composer.
So I want to thank you very much, Mr. Sardina, and we are going to go into our team, and we're going to take a break, go back to Scorpion, and we're going to be right back.
Hear ye! Registration for the Tobago Local Talent Blast Original Song Contest is closed. 20 persons are now eligible for participation in the competition, which begins on Sunday, September 19, 2021. There will be 4 preliminaries, 2 semi-finals, and 1 massive finals. The grand finale will be streamed live from Wilson's Music Center on Sunday, November 7th, 2021 with a live band. The Tobago Local Talent Blast show is streamed every Sunday at 5 p.m. on GLS 103.5 online radio and every Tuesday night from 10 p.m. on WAC 90.1 visual radio. Tune in, like us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and other related platforms. It's a blast!
I said, drag your ball with a fiddler.
Tobago Local Talent Blast Original Song Contest 2021 preliminaries begin on Sunday, September 19th. Tune into GLS 103.5 online radio on Sunday at 5 p.m. and tune into WAC 90.1 visual radio on Tuesday night at 10 p.m. for the start of the preliminaries. This first preliminary features the man Clifton Yates.
When the shadows still fall on your eyes.
Clarissa Gill, Delaney Bain,
I surrender my all today.
Quincy Wallace,
My name is my name is my name, written in the book.
Lexine Williams,
He's never gonna let you down.
Be sure to tune in GLS 103.5 online radio Sunday the 19th at 5 p.m. and Tuesday the 21st on WAC 90.1 visual radio. It's a blast.
I said, drag your ball with a fiddler.
And we are right back here with you on GLS 103.5 and on WAC 90.1 FM visual radio. And of course, we had five competitors this evening.
In our first half,
On our first half, and we started with
Mr. Clifton Yates from the village of Charlottesville, ID number A1 with the song To the End of the Rainbow.
Then we had Clarissa Gill from the village of Signal Hill, ID C3, singing the song Daddy.
Then we had Delaney Baines, Surrendering My All, also from the village of Signal Hill, ID number D4.
Then we had Mr. Quincy Wallace from the village of Mount Grace, ID number N14, singing the song Written in the Book. And we had a little problem with the song, a shortened version, and what we'll promise to do outside of the next 5 next week, we will play that song, but the judges have already had all the songs
music,
and they know what the songs like. Just to satisfy the listening and viewing public, we are going to get the whole song. We don't know why the song has cut off halfway, but we will have the whole song to play for you next week outside of the 5 so that you can hear the contribution of Mr. Quincy Wallace. But as I said before, the judges already have all the songs.
Yes, they do.
In their possession.
And our 5th contestant, none other than Lexine Williams, hailing from Dodge Fort in Scarborough, ID number R18. So we want you all to tune in next week for another 5 contestants who will make it to the semi-finals.
Unfortunately, one person has to go home. Unfortunately. And then next week, we are going to have 5 more, and we are going to excite you with those 5 names as we go along. Keep listening on the road to Michael Baker on GLS 103.5, and of course,
to tune in, like and share on Tobago Local Talent Blast as we do our video countdown of our next 5 contestants.
Right, so we're taking it up to 7 o'clock, Sister G.
Oh yes,
and because let the people arise. Let the people arise is a song that Leslie and Ellis sang. And we have been privileged to hear Crusoe with Who Holds the Iron. We might call it a social commentary.
Right.
Then we heard Jude Hurdle with Tobago, What You Want. And Leslie and Ellis is coming to ask the question or to make a statement to the people of Trinidad and Tobago to arise. So here now, the sound of Leslie and Ellis as we count up to 7 o'clock on the Tobago Local Talent Blast show. Let the people arise.
Sweet TNT, Trinidad and Tobago, come, let's build our nation together. Regeneration time, bring all the people together. Revelation time, one common agenda. Trinidad and Tobago, I hear the sound of a trumpet. Let the people arise, arise, arise. A positive people is a credit to a nation. With positive leaders catering for the population. Trinidad and Tobago, righteousness exalts a nation. Let the people arise, arise, arise. God bless our nation with many races. Here every creed will find their places. If together we aspire, yes we will achieve. Let the people arise, arise, arise. Let the elders arise, arise, arise. Delinquent fathers arise, arise, arise. Religious leaders arise, arise, arise. Rebellious children arise, arise, arise. TNT people arise, arise, arise. Good over evil arise, arise, arise. And that was Leslie and Ellis with the song Let the People Arise. Glenn Timothy, thank you. Telling us great show. Betty Cooker, thank you for being locked on and listening. We are on GLS 103.5, streaming live from KD Street, Buku, Tobago, and also Tuesday nights from 10 p.m. from WAC 90.1 FM Visual Radio.
Well, next on Sunday School, it's Sunday School. Next on GLS, it's Sunday School with Professor DJ Scorpion. Don't forget to tune in to WAC 90.1 Visual Radio online on Tuesday nights at 10 for the Tobago Local Talent Blast show. And it's time to make room for Professor DJ Scorpion on Sunday School. But we want to thank DJ Multibass for being in the house with us this evening. It was a pleasure having you. And until then, if our lives are spared by the highest, this is Dr. Mix and
Sister G
saying
Shalom.
vibe, so I bust in a rhythm. This is that Tobago groove, a rhythm of love and a living vibration. Music to ease up your stress, power you up, we start to tap your feet. So dance if you want to dance, just don't misbehave. This Tobago tempo, a rhythm we all know. Hold pan in the cocoa, so we beating and making calypso. This Tobago rhythm is a special wonder. It's a different feature. I say Jack, oh, Mr. Fingla. Bada, 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 bada. Hey, tambour, bamboo and tampering, all kind of Tobago rhythms we play. We have a natural beat. Check how we woman they bounce when they walking, but no need to get on bad. Love in the house, everybody back a yard. This is a time to dance, just don't misbehave. This Tobago tempo, a rhythm we all know.
Do you find promoting fets to be too costly? Getting the info to patrons not efficient? Are you tired of paying too much for 2 email blasts a month? What about you fetters? You can't find where you put the flyer and you're frustrated. Well, we have the solution for you. Introducing Fet App for promoters and fetters. This mobile app allows you to place your promotions in the hands of fetters permanently. Promoters, your promotions will never be lost. Fetters, you will never lose the flyer. You can search fets by artists, DJ, or even city, and do lots more with Fet App. Free for fetters and only $19.99 US per month for promoters, and you get the first 6 months free. Download Fet App today at fetapp.iris.ca. That's fetapp.iris.ca. The TNT Police Band says brass and more brass. On the 25th of September 2021 at 4 p.m. The TNT Police Band, headed by Director Wayne Nimblet, presents a tribute to the local and regional icons with soca, calypso, local pop, and Latin. When last you hear brass and more brass, streaming on all WAC platforms. Contributions via fundmetnt.com and pledges on WhatsApp 7664920. All COVID-19 protocols will be observed and all proceeds goes back to the art form. Brass, brass, and more brass.
True Nation Station is blazing all your local hits.
In the morning I felt it. In the heat
24/7, 365. 90.1 FM.
Tell me, question time. Waiting. Hey, waiting.
We are number 1 when it comes to our culture.
Welcome to my island home, beautiful place I call my own. Welcome to my island home, beautiful place.
WAC Radio. 90.1 FM, the True Nation Station.
Now you can see the radio. Step into the future with visual radio. Only on WAC 90.1 FM.
The Tobago Local Talent Blast Original Song Contest 2021 preliminaries begin on Sunday, September 19th. Tune into GLS 103.5 online radio on Sunday at 5 p.m. and tune in to WAC 90.1 visual radio on Tuesday night at 10 p.m. for the start of the preliminaries. This first preliminary features the man Clifton Yates.
When the shadows still fall on your eyes.
Clarissa Gill. Delaney Bain.
I surrender my all today.
Quincy Wallace.
My name is my name is my name, written in the book.
Lexine Williams.
He's never gonna let you down.
Be sure to tune in GLS 103.5. Online radio, Sunday the 19th at 5 p.m. and Tuesday the 21st on WAC 90.1 Visual Radio. It's a blast.
I said, dog your ball, Mr. Fiddler.